J 7-Star Bricks. This is the only other Lego The Hobbit set that I have the box for. This is set 79004 Barrel Escape, 334 pieces. This was a special The Hobbit Trilogy preview set. Comes with a Mirkwood Elf Guard, a Mirkwood Elf Chief, Bilbo Baggins, Gloin the Dwarf, and Oin the Dwarf. That looks pretty cool. So it's the Barrel Escape from the Mirkwood Elves. Get out. We've got the Elf Chief on the top. That's pretty cool. We got a bunch of Lego on the bottom there. Lego The Hobbit in 3 different languages on the side. On the back, we've got a bunch of different pictures of the set. Strangely, all of the weapons that come with it are pictured. That's okay. Weird, but cool. Got a bunch of different functions for the set. Pretty cool. Not really much on the other side there either. Gonna go ahead and build this thing and see what another Lego set from 2012 looks like. My stepson did open this to get the minifigures out. So bag 1 was opened, not put together. I had to go and find all the pieces for it. I have everything but one axe head. I had to bricklink that, so I'm gonna have to wait for that. And then bag 2 was sealed. And then we've got the Lego The Hobbit instructions in here. Just like the other Lego The Hobbit sets, they've kind of got the map on the back, sort of watermarked in there. That's pretty neat. And then just like the other ones, it shows all the sets and minifigures in the back. Cool, let's build this set. All right, let's start out the minifigures with the Mirkwood Elf Guard. So you can see he's got a printed torso, no printing on the legs or arms. It's got a hairpiece with the ears attached to it. Completely covers the back printing. And on the back of his face, he's got an angry face, and he does have printing on the back of the torso that's completely covered by the hair, so kind of pointless. Next up, we have the Mirkwood Elf Chief. He does have printing on the front of the legs there. That's pretty cool. You can see the little keyring there. He's holding one of the keys, obviously oversized, and the ears are attached to the hair. He has an extremely happy or drunk face on the back, I'm not sure, and printing on the back that's also covered up by his hair. Then we've got Bilbo Baggins. He's holding the ring. He's also holding a sting. He's got printing on the front of the torso, the short little hobbit legs, his curly hair, kind of an irritated face, got a little bit of printing on the back. And he has a very Bilbo Baggins face on the back of the head as well. Sort of shocked surprise or shocked horror. Then we have Gloin the Dwarf. You do have to be careful with some of these minifigures because their legs are the reddish brown stuff, and I'm kind of afraid they're going to crack, so I try not to put them on anything. It's probably the only time he's going to get stuck on studs. He's got his long hair and a beard. I am missing one of the axe heads on the long axe up here. I had to bricklink that and it hasn't come in yet. He's got some printing on the front of his torso. He's got eyes. I'm not sure why they put full faces on some of these because they're always covered. You can see the printing on his torso a little better with the hairpiece off. He's got kind of a grumpy face on this side. Then if we spin him around, he's got an even grumpier face on the other side, and he does have printing on the back, which again is almost completely covered up, so kind of worthless. I guess you can see the bottom quarter of the torso. The hairpiece is pretty cool on there, though. And then we have Gloin the Dwarf. Again, he's got a really cool hairpiece, printing on the front. This figure does have a cloth cape on the back. He kind of looks pretty funny if you take the hair off. You can see he does have full printing on the front here. It's got a grr face on the back. He's very angry about something. And if we flip his cloak up, you can see he's printed on the back as well. Moving on to the set here, we're going to start with the uncluttered major portion of the set, and then we'll put in all the clutter at the end here. So, once again, this is a 12-year-old set. It is very, very brittle on some of the brown pieces. There are a lot of pieces that cracked when I was putting them on here. I had to replace a lot of pieces. So starting on the left here, you can see we've got the barrel scene. These are the barrels that you can put minifigures in. I'm not going to put these minifigures in because they're too valuable and I don't want to break anything. But if you lift this lever, the barrels will roll down this ramp and ostensibly into the river located below. So that was a cool play feature at the time. However, most of the stuff that makes up the play feature is very brittle and liable to break if you use it too much. So now is not the time to be playing with these sets. Moving over here, you can see we've got the collection of alcohol for the Mirkwood Elves. Got a big keg there with a tap in it. We've got a little barrel and we've got some bottles on a rack there. Got a couple of torches lit up there. Here is a representative of the jail cell that the dwarves were in. The cell doors do open, they're on hinges. There's a key posted up next to the cell. I don't know why. That would make it super easy. I mean, Bilbo wouldn't have had to do anything. These stairs are pretty cool. They kind of stack in the middle. They rely on a couple of pegs to keep them in place. And then they're sitting over some studs on the bottom and the top, keeping them in place there. Come up some stairs, you got a barrel, there's an extra elvish weapon in there. That is the front side of the set. And if we turn this thing around, you can see the back of the jail cell. This does have a play feature. If you move this enough, it knocks over the cell. This will fall off. It's only held on by a couple of studs. I don't want to really let that fall. Again, some of the pieces on here are pretty brittle, and I'm trying not to break any more of them than I already have. We've got the back of the barrel section, nothing really exciting happening there. And again, the mechanism on the back of the barrel riding section. We add in one of the smaller sections here. You can see it's a weapons rack with those cool elvish swords and a bow on there. We have a small keg with a glass next to it so that the elvish guards can get drunk, which, you know, is a great thing for a guard. And then we have a little table with some bottles and a glass and a letter on there and some stools that the elvish guards can sit at. And there we have it. That is the Barrel Escape set from 2012, one of the Lego The Hobbit sets. Most of these sets are kind of little sort of vignettes. They've got a suggestion of some of the scenery and some of the things from the movie and some of the characters, but they're not really fantastic sets because there's nothing. I don't know. It's like a lot of the Lego Harry Potter sets. You get kind of a front view of a part of a scene, but there's nothing, no base plate holding it together, nothing really that pulls the scene together very well, in my opinion. It is still pretty cool. I love these Lego The Hobbit sets. These are pretty neat, but they definitely could have done a better job making them into a whole set instead of like this kind of suggestion of a set. But yeah, there you go. This is a 334 piece set at the time of release. It was, I believe, $39.99. And now it's starting at about $160 new in box and about 140 used. So, kind of went up in price, which is, I would advise you to be careful when you're buying these sets sealed in box because you're going to be replacing a lot of these bricks. They're very brittle. The reddish brown and the dark brown bricks in these are very brittle. So just be careful and temper your expectations if you're buying one of these new. And the funny part is that the bags that my stepson had already opened to get at the minifigures, the reddish brown bricks in those are fine. It's the ones that were in the sealed bags that are all brittle now. So that's interesting. But there you go. This is a cool little set, little trip back in time. Once again, my name is Jay. This is 7-Star Bricks. Go ahead and give us a like and subscribe if you don't mind. Leave a comment down below, and we'll be doing some more of these Lego The Hobbit sets soon. See you there.